going on, Spiceheads? This is Jacob Blanco with SpiceMaker.com, and we are out here at Chinatown Complex, and I just stopped into a barbecue seafood joint to get a little something I haven't had. It was a toss-up between the snails or the stingray, but I've never had stingray, and I've had snails by the kilo in Vietnam, so I decided to try something new. So let's see how it is. Let's just take a fat rip of this stingray right now. That is so good. The texture is fantastic, super silky and rich. I would liken it to maybe a walleye. It's pretty salty, very chili, delicious. And I can pretend I've never had this before. Oh, what do we have here? A delightful beer made in Singapore, known by Tiger. All in all, always a win-win at Chinatown Complex in Singapore. So there it is. Ultimately, people are going to say what they're going to say about Singapore, but this is my second time here, and in my opinion, I think that it has a huge, massive culture that they've preserved throughout the past several years. And you know, Singapore still likes to party. I mean, let's think about it. I spent about $15 US. I had a meal I never had in my life and a quart of beer. I mean, Singapore is Singapore. It's pretty cool. Here are my do's and don'ts of visiting Singapore. First, don't bring heroin. It's for real. They do not play. Do not bring any drugs with you. They will put your ass to death. Be respectful. Read the signs. If there's signs that say you shouldn't eat here, you shouldn't bring this here, you shouldn't bring that there, just be respectful, follow it. Be a good visitor. Embrace the culture. If you go here and just party in all of the Western areas that are designed to keep Westerners happy and expats well fed, then you will think that this place is entirely westernized and has no culture. If you want to see the culture, go where it's at. Go to the Chinatowns, go to Little India. Do all of the fun stuff that you probably came here for in the first place, and you probably won't think it's so overly westernized. Well, now that we've talked about the things not to do, let's talk about the things you should do while in Singapore. Well, first off, you should eat. Like, eat right now, eat a lot, eat like 5 times a day. You throw a rock and you hit a Michelin-starred restaurant. Visit the museum. There's some of the largest museums in all of Asia here in Singapore. You would be really missing out on the best of Singapore if you don't take the public transportation here behind me. This here is one of the most efficient systems in the world, and for a city-state the size of Singapore that can be seen in a day, this is the way to do it. Definitely visit Little India here in Singapore. This is a cultural epicenter, and you will feel like you were transported to Calcutta. And I gotta tell you guys, I'm really digging this walking around while I talk to you thing here in Singapore. And I got another thing for you to do while you're here. And that is walk around. Enjoy the nature. Yeah, it's man-made nature, but for every 3 people it seems like there's a tree that's planted. For being a huge, incredibly futuristic city, Singapore really is eco-conscious. Every skyscraper has some trees on it. Everywhere you look there's some new foliage being planted or being maintained, and I really admire that. It makes it a beautiful city to just walk around. They've really kind of put their best foot forward with you know, replanting, restructuring that to be more of a green, eco-conscious city.
Hey, if you found this city guide helpful, click like, share, and subscribe.